guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have some great news. I was able to prove to my gastroenterologist that I've been maintaining my weight of 107 pounds. Well, it's between 103 and 107 pounds. And I've been able to do that without having to depend on my formula and my feeding tubes as much, and I haven't really needed to vent either, so I've been doing really good. He gave me the order to have my tube removed, so the appointment is next Tuesday. Today is Saturday, so kind of just wanted to talk about that whole thing. So I'm really excited, but I'm also terrified at the exact same time. I mean, obviously I'm excited because the whole point was to be able to only have them temporarily. Great news is that this is the most I've weighed in about 4 years, and the fact that I'm able to maintain it and I have almost no nausea or vomiting. I do still have quite a bit of pain when I eat, but a lot of the medications have been helping me with that. Also just the fact that I'm not in a flare, so knock on couch. So it is really exciting on one hand. I'm feeling pretty good lately. I'm able to keep down solids, but I'm really nervous on the other hand because, like I just mentioned, the biggest reason I'm probably feeling good is because I'm not in a flare. And the minute I'm in a flare, or I have a day where I'm not tolerating, or a week where I'm not tolerating things, I can quickly lose weight again, and I won't have my tubes to rely on. So it's just convenient almost to have them, and so that way I won't have to go through the whole procedure again. That's the mentality that my doctor didn't want me to have, that, I can just rely on them when, I'll just keep them and forever and just use them when I need to, because you don't want to have tubes, and it's expensive to keep the formula and the medical supplies, and it's expensive to get it changed out every 3 months, and it's a feeding tube, and so yeah. So I'm pretty nervous, but at the same time I'm excited to fully be able to maybe get my life back. There are just so many these little things that it's so inconvenient. I mean, now that I have the button, it helps me live in pretty much almost normal life, except there are still a lot of limitations, and once I can get it taken out, it'll just be kind of like a little relief. So, also talk about the recovery process. The hole itself, the stoma, should close up pretty quickly, but the entire tube tract takes probably about 2 weeks or so. And what I've read is you preferably should be on a liquid-only diet, or take it just really easy. So for those 2 weeks, I'm going to be on an only liquid diet, smoothies, soup, broth, that kind of stuff. Maybe some toast. I also read that, I should be prepared that it might leak sometimes. It's normal until it closes up absolutely fully. Also, I can't submerge it underwater for about a month just to be sure that it's completely closed up and I don't get infection and things like that. So yeah, I'm ready to get this done next week and hope everything goes well. I'm crossing my fingers and toes they'll pull it out and then send me home. Even though I am feeling better and I don't need my feeding tubes, that doesn't mean that I might not need them again in the future. Gastroparesis is a chronic illness. There is no cure for it right now. In this moment in time, my health is doing well, my weight is doing well. So me and my team are confident that I don't need it to sustain my life anymore. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. Alright, I think that is everything that I want to talk about this time. I'll update you guys after my appointment and we'll see how it goes, and you can say goodbye to Ted. Say bye, Ted. Alright. What's up, guys? We're back from my trip. She didn't go with me, but she's here with me now. So I finally got my tube removed. Bow! Bow! Big old gauze. I'm not showing the hole just yet. I don't want to take the gauze off, just because it was really gross looking, and when they first took it out, it went by really quickly. I'm actually going to insert a clip that I took of the doctor actually removing the tube. So just a quick warning, discretion to anyone with weak stomachs or who don't like to see bodily fluids. It's definitely gross and graphic. It's about like a 25-second video, so just go ahead and skip on through that part.
Take the fluid out of the balloon.
Okay.
You getting it?
Yes.
You get my good side?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, good. So, that's all out.
Ooh.
Okay. And then this is going to be like pulling a rabbit out of a hat. Okay, big gulp. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, oh,
Nice.
gross.
Okay, and there you have it.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you. Yep, so that was it. That was the change. It literally only took a blink of an eye. Yeah, they take the water out of the balloon, which is what that first liquid you see is, and I know it looks really, really gross. I was surprised at how disgusting the water looked, especially because I found out, I don't know how they do it in other states, but I do have a friend who lives in the UK, and she told me that they actually change the water that's in the balloon every week. So, and here in America, as far as I know, on the East Coast, the only time they ever change that water or touch it at all is when you're getting your tube replaced. Every 3 months you get it replaced, like I've mentioned before. And
isn't it sterile?
it looked dirty as hell. I'll have to, she hasn't watched the video. Literally he's like, okay, I'm gonna take the water out, and it fills up with nasty, almost brown colored looking water. Yes, it's gross. I actually thought it was stomach fluids at first, but my stomach fluids can't get into the balloon from the way this is made. So anyways, I thought that was interesting.
How does that get that dirty then? Weird. Okay.
Yeah, so, I don't know. Good question. Man, you derail me. Anyways, but I'm really excited. I mean, I'm nervous because I'm not really sure how these next couple weeks are gonna go, but the doctor did say that the stoma, the hole itself, should heal up in about 1 to 2 days. So in that time, when I eat or drink anything, it might leak out of, like, there's a literal hole in my abdomen. So food and stuff might leak out of it, and they just said to keep it as dry as possible so that it won't get infected. It's really funny. It was gross. It's gross. It's funny. But when they pulled the tube out, which is so surprising that that whole long tube came out of my little old body. But yeah, when you...
about it, your intestine is like miles long, practically.
That's true. You want to talk a little bit louder so
sorry.
they can hear you. It's a pretty good... It's a good mic, but you gotta talk to everybody. Yeah. And that's a good point. Your intestine is really, really long. I mean, even just to get it through your stomach and into the small intestine, which is basically where it's going. It's going into the small intestine. It doesn't actually go down and through it into your large intestine. But yeah, it's still so surprising when you just see this thing just being pulled out of your stomach like a magic trick.
Or giant tapeworm.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah.
When they pulled it out, it actually smelled like the lunch I had earlier today. So that started an interesting conversation. But the doctor was really nice, and as you saw, if you watched the video, it really didn't take long. It didn't hurt. I mean, you can feel it coming out. I mean, it's some pressure. It's not like fun. It doesn't tickle. It's like, ugh, okay. But yeah, he popped it on out, and we're good to go. Like I said, I'm a little nervous because I am just not sure how my stomach is going to basically recover after this. I usually expect a flare-up after procedures, but this wasn't really like a procedure. You know, I don't know. I don't really know what to look forward to. So, you know, just knock on wood, I don't get a flare-up or anything like that. I am still going to take it kind of easy. Smoothies, soup, broth, soft things, that kind of stuff. Soft, but still, like, GP friendly. But yeah, I'm so excited. I don't have this thing now. I can do this. I can do this. I could do that before, but I can hold babies now. I couldn't hold any of my friends' babies, and I swear 5, okay, probably not 5, like 3 or 4 of my friends recently have had babies, and they're like, do you want to hold it? And I'm like, no, because it's gonna kick me in my tube and it's gonna kick it out. So now I feel like I could safely hold a baby. They're not dangerous anymore.
Puppies.
In that aspect. Puppies, you know, one of the big reasons why we had to get rid of both of our puppies was because of the strain and stress it was putting on me, not only mentally but physically. I know it's really sad to say because they're dogs, they're puppies, but we want to give them the best life that they deserve, and they were puppies. They weren't like dogs that were trained for someone that actually has a chronic illness. So they didn't understand what a feeding tube was. They didn't understand not to chew it, not to eat it, not to tug on it. Yeah, I mean, Bo was obsessed with trying to get at it, and probably because the formula to them tastes and smells good. To me, it smells terrible, it tastes terrible, and yeah, so you know, I'll be able to work out again, like fully. You know, I've been trying to get back into working out, but I couldn't really do a lot where it's isolating my abs, just because it's uncomfortable using your abs with the feeding tube in it. So once this heals, I'm excited to see the full range of motion I get back, I guess. I could go rock climbing again. I mean, I did rock climbing with my feeding tube, but you have to make sure that they give you the pregnancy harness. And then also, I felt good doing it, but afterwards my stoma had bled a bit. You know, it was sore the next day because you're not using arms and just your legs. You're using a lot of legs, but you're having to really, your abs, you really don't realize how much you use your abs till you got something in there. Yeah, until you got something in there and it's putting pressure and just makes it uncomfortable. I do still have a chronic illness. I do still have gastroparesis, so it's not like I'm going to be stopping my vlogs and talking about it. I definitely won't have to talk about feeding tube awareness as much. Yeah, I go off on tangents a lot because I don't write down my notes. So, what did I literally just say? What was I just talking about? Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Even though I don't need my feeding tubes now anymore, it doesn't mean that I won't possibly need them again in the future. With gastroparesis, it's a very unpredictable disease. There's a lot of like roller coaster of flare-ups, feeling good, technically being called like in remission when you don't have symptoms for a very, very long time. I do still have symptoms. My nausea and my vomiting are almost none now though. I haven't vomited or even dry heaved probably for a good 4 or 5 months. And nausea, I've only noticed I get it when I'm very, very hungry. So that's actually been very controlled as of late, knock on mom. I do still get a lot of bloating and pain when I eat though, but like I've mentioned before, a lot of the medications that I'm taking really help combat that. Some days are just worse than others and there's not a lot that you can do. But we're just focusing on the positives. We're focusing on the now and the fact that I am still at 107 pounds. Boop, boop, boop. And I'm fatty. And relatively feeling pretty good. So that's the most important thing. I don't even have an appointment to see my gastroenterologist. That's a good sign too. You know, when you're feeling good, you don't want to be seeing your doctor every 3 months, which is what I have been seeing him every 3 months or even before every 3 months. So yeah, I guess I'll call them in 3 months and schedule a follow-up just to check in, and hopefully in 3 months I'm still doing really good. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Bye.